Hello and welcome to this edition of Hack Naked TV for March 24th, 2016. I'm your host, Bo Bullock, and today I'm going to do a review of SANS Core Net Wars Tournament. So if you've ever been to a SANS event, you've probably heard of Net Wars. It's a two-night event that's basically a giant hacking competition, and it's just awesome. So I'm going to talk about my personal experiences with attending Net Wars and what I think those of you that haven't actually done it yet could get out of it and should definitely do. As always, Hack Naked TV is brought to you by Black Hills Information Security, the leaders in penetration testing and active defense. Contact consulting at blackhillsinfosec.com today. So, let's talk about Net Wars. Before we jump right into specifically the actual Net Wars tournament itself, I want to kind of talk about CTFs in general. So, CTF, Capture the Flag Contest. I've performed in a number of these types of contests, and the reason why is I think that Capture the Flag contests really bring out things that you don't know about yourself. First off, I mean, the competition is awesome, right? But there's so many things that you have to understand that you don't know about technology, about security, and every single time I attend one of these, I always learn something. So anytime I talk to somebody that's even just trying to get into information security, I always say, "Hey, go find where the nearest CTF is and go attend it because you're going to learn something." So having participated in a number of these different events, one of the things that I've kind of noticed throughout each event is how accessible are they to people who have never done these types of things before. And I think this is a problem that a lot of organizations that try to put together capture the flag contests run into. So you have to think, if I'm going to create a challenge, I want to make it challenging enough that the InfoSec pro that's attending my event is going to get something out of it, right? But you still don't want to make it too difficult because it's really going to drive away the people that are brand new, right? Because they're not going to know as much. So the challenge there is creating something that is both enticing to someone that needs that extra level of challenge, but also is accessible to those who really haven't done a whole lot in this type of realm, right? And you want to make it so that they can learn something, and it's fun at the same time, right? So it's a really hard combination to put together, but I think Net Wars has done it the best among all the CTFs I've ever attended. So I want to talk about the actual accessibility part first. So I've been approached by a number of people at these various SANS conferences, and they'll say, like, why should I go attend Net Wars? I'll see these these pictures that look like this, where you've got 100 people in a room with laptops out hacking away, and a lot of these people are professional security folks, and they know a lot more than me. So why would I want to go try to compete against them? Well, you see, it's not all about the competition. It's about learning something. Net Wars is going to take the information that you're learning in your day-to-day classes and challenge you to really apply that to something that is it's a challenge. So I recommend that even if you've never performed in a capture the flag contest ever, go check out Net Wars. You're going to get something out of it. Actually, a couple people at this previous SANS conference that I just attended said, "Hey, I'm not gonna go to Net Wars because I'm not gonna win." Well, I told them, "Hey, just go check it out. Just go try it out, and you never know. You might learn something." And that's really where the value is, right? So they came back the next day. So after the first night of Net Wars, which Net Wars is 2 nights at these SANS conferences, they came back to me the next day and said, "Dude, I made it to like level 2, or even another person got to level 3 the first night." And they thanked me for just saying, "Hey, go do it." So there's people that think that this is just this big intimidating beast, but you have to approach it with the mindset of, "Hey, I'm not, maybe I'm not going to win, but you are absolutely going to gain something from attending these events." So let's talk about the actual level progression itself. So Net Wars is comprised of 5 levels. The first level is they basically hand you a Linux image. It's a disk, or it's a disk image you can just boot up into some sort of virtual environment, and you don't have root privileges. So the majority of, or actually all of the questions in the level 1 section don't require root access to the box to actually find the answers. So you have questions that are very low level things like what is the host name of this box, or analyze or what is the alias to this one command, right? And you have to go figure that out. And a lot of it's things you can go maybe like Google to kind of learn how to do it if you don't know how to do it already. A lot of it's some very basic, just Linux skills, some security thrown in there too. But the cool thing about NetWars, and I think this is really awesome, is that it's not a 100% linear progression to get to the next level. See, it's a points-based system that once you get enough points, you unlock the next level. So even if there's a few questions you don't know or can't find the answer to on the first level, if you get enough points, you're going to unlock level two. So being able to apply what you're learning and just unlocking what you know will already move you into the next level. So level two, you have to get root on the box. So the very first question is, how did you get root to the box, basically? And you have to get root, and then you unlock the rest of the questions for level two. After you unlock level two, you can then perform similar types of tasks to level one, where it's all built into the one Linux image. So you have to go about answering the questions there. Things like analyze this packet capture for this, and try to find the flag here. And then again, once you get enough points, you make it to level three. Level three becomes a bit of a different beast. Level three is where you're literally attacking a live network. So they have you remote in via SSH to an environment where you can actually perform essentially what is a pen test against an external DMZ environment. So there's objectives like actually exploiting a system on that network. Actually, gaining access to a web console where there might be a flag hidden within the web console, things of that nature. After you get enough points in level three, you can move on to level four, which is basically you're pivoting off of those systems to an intranet at that point, and it becomes a lot more advanced once you get to that stage, and the actual difficulty escalates quite a bit. Now, level five, if you can actually make it there, you're actually in player versus player mode, where you're actually going to have to do a master of your own domain type of situation. So again, there's all types of experience levels here. Even if you've never touched a CTF before or any sort of capture the flag event, you can still handle level 1 and 2. I guarantee it. And you're always going to learn something. So let's talk about the scoreboard. I think the scoreboard is a very important piece to any capture the flag event. Having a scoreboard that visually details where you are in relation to everyone else, as well as has the proper input and the manner of how you actually submit flags is very important as well. So I think the SANS team has done a great job at crafting this particular scoreboard. One thing that's kind of awesome is that the last 5 minutes of the second night of NetWars, they actually make the scoreboard go black so that you can't see what everyone's doing. So if you're vying for that top position, you don't know until they call your name at the end whether or not you won or not. So creates a little bit more suspense, and I think it adds a lot of flair to the actual event. So some bonus about NetWars, right? It's free with a 4 to 6 day SANS course. So if you're planning on taking a SANS course, go sign up for NetWars. It's free. You're gonna be so busy in your classes. You're gonna be studying hard. You're gonna be taking in a lot of information. Go apply that knowledge for a few hours, 2 nights of the week that you're there. It's a great event. I highly recommend you just go sign up. It's free. Secondly, there's free snacks and drinks. So for 2 nights, not only do you get to hack away to your heart's content, you also get provided free food and drinks. So I highly recommend checking it out. So if you want more, like you've attended NetWars and you want to continue to push that edge of the NetWars realm, well, they have a 6-day course called Sec 561. So you can actually take a 6-day course that's surrounding the NetWars environment. So I highly recommend doing that. If there's if you have the want to just access the actual NetWars environment remotely, they have something called NetWars Continuous. NetWars Continuous will give you 4 months access to the NetWars environment where you're still competing against other people online. So more to check out there. That's it for my review. If you want to check out more about NetWars, check out sans.org/NetWars. And the next time you're at a SANS event, definitely check it out. There's also deeper networks too if you're into the forensics realm. Very similarly set up to the core networks. If you want to check out more episodes of our Hack Naked show, you can go to hacknaked.tv. We have our show notes up on Security Weekly at wiki.securityweekly.com. You can email us at theshow@hacknaked.tv, and I'm on Twitter at dafthack. Have a great weekend. Thanks.